Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a reality we all face at some point in our lives, the tests of faith. Life is filled with challenges, and sometimes it feels like God is putting us through the fire. But remember, these tests are not meant to break us, they are designed to build us. So how do you know if God is testing your faith? You know, unanswered prayers can be one of the hardest things to deal with in life. You're out there pouring your heart out, asking God for guidance, for strength, for that breakthrough you so desperately need. You've laid it all out there, yet it feels like you're shouting into the void. Silence can be deafening, can't it? It can leave you feeling abandoned, confused, even doubting whether anyone is listening at all. But let me tell you something, that silence doesn't mean God isn't working. Sometimes the hardest thing we have to do is wait. You see, God's timeline doesn't always match up with our expectations. We live in a world that craves instant gratification. We want things now, we want answers on our terms. But that's not how faith works. Faith is built in the waiting. It's forged in the fire of uncertainty. When your prayers seem unanswered, it's crucial to remember that waiting is not wasted time. It's in this waiting that God is preparing you. He's shaping your character, fortifying your spirit. You might feel like you're standing still, but in reality, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, aligning circumstances, and teaching you valuable lessons about patience and trust. Think about it, some of the greatest blessings in your life may not come when you want them, but they'll come when you're ready to receive them. It's like training for a big game. You don't just step onto the field without practice. You put in the work, you sweat, you struggle, and through that you grow. God is like the ultimate coach, guiding you through the drills, preparing you for the championship. Moreover, unanswered prayers can lead you to a deeper relationship with God. When you're left wondering why your prayers aren't being answered, you have a choice. You can either walk away in frustration, or you can lean in closer. You can dig deeper into the Word, spend more time in prayer, and seek His presence like never before. Sometimes it's not about getting the answer you want. It's about building intimacy with the one who holds all the answers. In those moments of silence, reflect on what God might be trying to teach you. Are there lessons in surrender, in humility, in faith? Are you being called to trust Him in a way that goes beyond your immediate circumstances? It's easy to praise Him when everything is going well, but true faith shines brightest in the dark. When you can lift your hands in worship, even when you don't see the results, that's when you know your faith is growing. So while you're waiting for those prayers to be answered, keep the faith. Don't lose hope. God hears you. He knows your struggles, your pain, your desires. And trust me, He is working things out for your good. Remember that His plans are often greater than your own. Sometimes an unanswered prayer is simply a way of God saying, "Not yet, my child." Keep praying, keep believing, and keep seeking. The silence might be uncomfortable, but it's in that silence that God is preparing something beautiful for you. Your breakthrough is coming. You just have to hold on a little longer. Stay strong, because your faith is being tested, and every test is a step towards something greater. Life is full of challenges, isn't it? You wake up some days feeling like you can conquer the world, and then out of nowhere you're hit with wave after wave of obstacles. It can feel relentless, like you're stuck in a storm with no clear path to the shore. But let me remind you, these challenges are not just random setbacks. They're opportunities for growth, resilience, and transformation. When challenges come knocking at your door, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You start questioning yourself. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? You feel like the universe is conspiring against you, testing your limits. But let's flip that script. Instead of viewing challenges as punishments, see them as the universe's way of preparing you for greatness. Each challenge is like a stepping stone, moving you closer to your purpose. Think about it. Every person you admire, every hero you look up to has faced their share of trials. They didn't just glide through life unscathed, they battled adversity head on. It's the struggles that refine us, that mold us into who we're meant to be. The diamond doesn't shine until it's been through intense pressure. That's how it's formed. Similarly, when you encounter difficulties, you're being shaped. You're being carved into a masterpiece, ready to shine brightly. Now let's talk about the mindset you need to adopt when facing increased challenges. It starts with resilience. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about growing through what you're going through. It's about learning to adapt, to pivot when things don't go as planned. Life will throw curveballs, but how you respond makes all the difference. You can either let those challenges defeat you, or you can rise up, fight back, and show them who's boss. And remember, it's okay to struggle. There's no shame in feeling weighed down by the challenges life throws your way. Embrace those feelings, acknowledge the pain, the frustration, the confusion, but don't let it define you. Instead, use that energy to fuel your drive. Use those moments of weakness as a catalyst for strength. Each time you overcome a challenge, you're building a reservoir of resilience, and that reservoir will serve you well in the future. Furthermore, don't forget to lean on your support system. You don't have to face challenges alone. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you to keep going. Share your struggles with them. You'd be surprised how many people have walked similar paths and can offer guidance, perspective, or simply a listening ear. We're not meant to do this life in isolation. We thrive in community. And here's the kicker: when you face increased challenges, you're not just transforming yourself, you're inspiring others. Your perseverance, your determination to push through the tough times can serve as a beacon of hope for someone else who's struggling. You may not realize it, but your story has the power to motivate those around you to keep fighting their battles. Finally, as you navigate these increased challenges, remember to keep your eyes on the prize. Each challenge is a stepping stone toward your goals, toward the life you envision for yourself. It's not about the setbacks, it's about how you rise after each fall. Life is going to throw obstacles in your path, but it's your response that determines your future. So embrace those challenges, learn from them, and keep pushing forward. Your greatest victories often lie just beyond the toughest battles. Stay strong, stay focused, and know that you have what it takes to overcome anything that comes your way. Your resilience will be your legacy, and through every challenge, you're getting closer to the person you were created to be. You know, feeling isolated is one of the toughest experiences a person can go through. You can be surrounded by people, yet feel completely alone. It's like standing in a crowded room and not a single person sees you. That kind of loneliness can cut deep, can't it? You're grappling with your own struggles, trying to navigate the chaos of life, and it feels like no one understands what you're going through. In these moments of isolation, doubt can creep in. You start to wonder if there's something wrong with you. Why can't you connect with others? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck in your own world of pain and confusion? It's easy to slip into that dark mindset, believing that you're the only one facing such challenges. But let me tell you something, you are not alone. It's important to recognize that feeling isolated can often be a part of the process, especially when God is working in your life. Sometimes He pulls us aside to show us things we need to see about ourselves, about our faith, or about our relationships. This isolation can be a time for reflection and growth, even when it feels uncomfortable. God may be using this period to draw you closer to Him, to help you discover a deeper sense of purpose and identity. But let's be real, this doesn't make it any easier. When you're in that place, it can feel like a heavy weight on your chest. You want to reach out to connect, but there's a barrier that keeps you from doing so. It's like there's an invisible wall separating you from the world, and you're left on the other side watching life unfold without you. That sense of disconnect can lead to deeper feelings of anxiety and despair. During these times, it's vital to be gentle with yourself. Understand that it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Acknowledge the pain of isolation, but don't let it define you. Use it as a signal to dig deeper into your own heart. What is it that you truly desire? What do you need to heal? This is a moment to explore your inner self, to confront your fears, your insecurities, and your longings. It's a chance to strengthen your faith in the face of adversity. And here's the truth: while it may feel like you're the only one, many people around you are likely experiencing similar feelings of isolation. This is a universal struggle. It's part of being human. We all go through phases where we feel disconnected. When you find the courage to share your story, you might discover that there are others who resonate with your experience. You could be the light for someone else who feels just as alone. Reach out, even when it feels hard. Start small, send a message, make a phone call, or just say hello to someone. You might be surprised at how quickly that wall starts to come down. Connection doesn't always have to be grand sometimes. It's the small gestures that matter the most. Be willing to be vulnerable. Share your struggles, your fears, your joys, and your triumphs. This is where true connection happens, when we let down our guards and allow others to see us for who we are. Moreover, don't forget to nurture your relationship with God during these times. When you feel isolated from the world, draw near to Him. Pour out your heart in prayer. Seek His presence and dive into His Word. Sometimes that isolation is a divine invitation to deepen your relationship with your Creator. In those quiet moments, you may find a sense of peace that the world can't offer. God is always present, even when you can't feel Him. In the end, remember that isolation is not a permanent state. It's a chapter in your story, not the entire book. There will be brighter days ahead, days filled with connection, purpose, and joy. Hold on to hope. Your journey may be difficult, but it's also one of growth and discovery. Embrace the process, learn from it, and know that you are being shaped for something greater. You're not alone in this. You have the strength to rise above, and you will emerge more resilient, more connected, and more alive than ever before. Doubts and questions, they can feel like shadows lurking in the corners of your mind, can't they? You're walking your path, believing in your purpose. And then suddenly, those nagging thoughts creep in. Am I doing the right thing? Is this the right path for me? What if I fail? It's as if a storm clouds your vision, and all you can see are obstacles instead of opportunities. Now, let's be honest, these doubts are a part of the human experience. No one is immune to them. Even the strongest, most accomplished people have faced moments of uncertainty. You might look at someone who seems to have it all together and think they've never doubted themselves. But trust me, behind every success story lies a battle with doubt. The key is to understand that these feelings do not define you. They are simply a part of your journey. When doubts arise, it's crucial to recognize them for what they are: signals for introspection. Questions can lead to clarity. They push you to dig deeper into your beliefs, your motivations, and your goals. Instead of viewing doubts as setbacks, flip the script. See them as a chance to evaluate where you are and where you want to go. This is the moment to reassess your purpose, your vision, and your commitment to it. Think about the moments in your life when you faced uncertainty. Often those doubts were a precursor to growth. They forced you to confront your fears head on, to question the status quo, and to seek out answers. When you step into that discomfort, you open yourself up to learning. You might discover strengths you never knew you had, or passions that reignite your spirit. But here's the thing: while doubts can be catalysts for growth, they can also become paralyzing if you let them take control. It's easy to spiral into a cycle of overthinking. You can get so caught up in your questions that you start doubting not just your path, but yourself. You may feel overwhelmed, questioning your worth and capabilities. This is where it becomes crucial to ground yourself. Find your anchor. What do you believe? What do you believe? What has God shown you in your life? Reflect on the moments when you felt His presence guiding you. Recall the times you overcame obstacles, the times you showed resilience and strength. When doubt begins to creep in, remind yourself of the truths that have carried you this far. And don't forget to seek counsel. Reach out to those you trust, friends, mentors, family. Share your questions with them. You'd be amazed how many people have faced similar doubts and can offer perspective, wisdom, or encouragement. Sometimes a simple conversation can lift that fog of uncertainty and help you see things clearly. Also, engage with your faith. When doubts feel heavy, turn to prayer, meditation, or your spiritual practices. Seek guidance in the Word, allowing it to speak to your heart. There's power in taking those doubts to God, laying them at His feet. He's waiting for you to hand over your worries, to trust Him with your uncertainties. In that surrender, you may find the peace and clarity you're searching for. Remember, doubt doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're human. It's part of the journey to greatness. The best leaders, the most successful individuals, are those who learn to navigate their doubts, who ask the tough questions and seek the answers. Embrace those doubts, let them fuel your journey rather than hinder it. So the next time doubts and questions arise, don't shy away from them. Lean into them. Embrace the uncertainty and trust that you have the strength to navigate through it. It's in those moments of questioning that you will discover the depths of your faith, the breadth of your resilience, and the strength of your character. Keep pushing forward, because beyond those doubts lies your true potential, waiting to be unleashed. A lack of peace can feel like carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders, can't it? You wake up in the morning, and instead of feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day, you feel a tightness in your chest and a whirlwind of thoughts racing through your mind. It's as if there's a storm brewing inside you, a constant noise that never seems to quiet down. Life can become overwhelming when that inner turmoil takes hold and you find yourself questioning everything. In these moments, it's important to recognize that this lack of peace is not just a minor inconvenience, it's a signal. It's your mind and spirit telling you that something is off, that something needs your attention. You might be facing external pressures, work demands, family issues, financial troubles, but sometimes it's deeper than that. It's about the internal battles you're fighting, the unresolved conflicts within your heart and soul. Let's take a moment to reflect on what that lack of peace might be rooted in. Are you carrying guilt or regret over past mistakes? Are you holding on to grudges, unresolved anger, or pain? These feelings can eat away at your spirit, robbing you of joy and tranquility. When you're weighed down by these burdens, it's no wonder that peace feels elusive. But here's the truth: peace is not just the absence of conflict, it's a state of being that comes from within. It's about aligning your heart and mind with a greater purpose. And that starts with self-examination. Ask yourself, what is causing this unrest? What am I holding on to that I need to let go sometimes? It takes a moment of introspection to uncover the roots of your discontent. As you begin to dig deeper, don't be afraid to confront the uncomfortable truths. Maybe it's time to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to release the guilt that's been hanging over you like a cloud. Understand that everyone stumbles, and that failure is a part of growth. Holding on to that guilt only keeps you in bondage. It's time to break free and allow yourself the grace you would offer to others. Then consider what you might need to surrender to find peace. Perhaps it's a toxic relationship, a job that drains your energy, or the constant need for approval from others. Letting go can be hard, but sometimes it's the very thing that opens the door to peace. When you free yourself from what doesn't serve you, you create space for what truly matters. And remember, peace is also about acceptance. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and that's okay. Accept the things you can't change and focus on how you can respond to them. That shift in mindset can make all the difference. When you stop fighting against your circumstances and start embracing them, you'll find a profound sense of peace. Moreover, don't underestimate the power of connection. Reach out to your support system. Talk to friends, family, or mentors who can help you process your feelings. Sometimes just sharing your struggles can lift that weight off your shoulders. You're not meant to navigate this journey alone. Community can be a source of strength and comfort, reminding you that you're not alone in your battles. And don't forget to nurture your spiritual well-being. When that lack of peace creeps in, take a moment to pause, breathe, and reconnect with your faith. Engage in prayer, meditation, or other practices that center you. Allow yourself to sit in stillness and listen for that still small voice. It's in those quiet moments that you can regain perspective, find clarity, and feel the reassurance that you are not alone in your struggles. Ultimately, a lack of peace is a call to action. It's an invitation to dive deeper into yourself, to confront your fears and doubts, and to seek healing. It's a reminder that you have the power to reclaim your peace, to cultivate it in your heart and mind. So as you navigate through this lack of peace, know that it's a part of the journey. Embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. Your peace is waiting for you just on the other side of those struggles. Keep pushing forward, keep seeking, and know that peace will come. You have what it takes to find your way back to tranquility, and it's time to claim it. A call to forgive, it's a powerful invitation, isn't it? Forgiveness is one of those things that can seem simple on the surface, but runs deep, touching the very core of our hearts and souls. It's not just about saying the words, it's about the work that happens inside us when we choose to let go of the pain and the anger that weigh us down. Let's face it, holding on to grudges feels like carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Each offense, each hurt is another rock added to that pack, making it heavier and heavier until you can barely stand up straight. You might think you're protecting yourself by holding on to those feelings, but in reality, you're only imprisoning yourself. You're letting the actions of others dictate your peace, your happiness. That's no way to live. When you choose to forgive, you're not excusing the behavior of those who hurt you. You're choosing to free yourself from the chains of resentment. You're saying, I won't allow your actions to control my life anymore. Forgiveness is an act of liberation. It's a declaration that you refuse to be defined by the pain someone else inflicted upon you. You take back your power, and that's incredibly empowering. But here's the thing, forgiveness doesn't always come easily. It requires a deep, introspective journey. It's about examining your own heart and recognizing the wounds that have been inflicted on you. You have to confront the hurt, the betrayal, the anger. It can be uncomfortable and it can take time, but it's a necessary process. Start by acknowledging your feelings. Allow yourself to feel the pain and the anger. Don't suppress it. You've got to get real with yourself about what happened. It's okay to admit that it hurt. It's okay to feel frustrated. But don't let those feelings fester and grow. Allow them to guide you toward healing instead. Once you face those emotions, it's time to reflect on the bigger picture. Think about the journey of life, about how we all make mistakes, how we all fall short at times. You might not agree with what someone did, but that doesn't mean you haven't stumbled yourself. We're all imperfect beings navigating through life's complexities. When you can view the situation through that lens, it makes forgiveness a little easier. And remember, forgiveness is a gift you give not just to others, but to yourself. It's about finding peace in your own heart. When you forgive, you release the burden of carrying that anger. You clear out the negativity that clogs your spirit, making room for joy, love, and compassion to take root. You're essentially choosing to heal. And that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes forgiveness also means letting go of the need for an apology. You might never receive the acknowledgement you crave from those who hurt you, and that's okay. Their journey is their own, and it doesn't have to dictate yours. You can find closure within yourself. Recognize that forgiveness is about you taking control of your narrative, regardless of whether others choose to participate. Moreover, remember that forgiveness doesn't mean you have to forget. It doesn't mean you have to put yourself back in a position to be hurt again. Forgiveness is not about erasing the past. It's about accepting it and choosing to move forward. It's about setting boundaries that protect your heart and spirit while still extending grace to those who may not deserve it. As you embark on this journey of forgiveness, surround yourself with positivity. Seek out uplifting relationships, consume inspiring content, and engage in practices that nurture your spirit. This can create a supportive environment that fosters healing. You might even find that sharing your journey with others who have faced similar struggles helps reinforce your commitment to forgive. In the end, a call to forgive is a call to embrace your own freedom. It's about recognizing that holding on to anger only keeps you tethered to the past, while forgiveness sets you free to live fully in the present. It's about reclaiming your life, your joy, and your peace. So take that step. Forgive not just for others, but for yourself. It's a courageous act, one that paves the way for a brighter future. You have the strength within you to let go of the past and move forward into the life you were meant to live. Embrace the power of forgiveness and watch as it transforms your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Your journey to freedom starts now. Revisiting past struggles, man, that can be a tough road to walk. We all have moments in our lives that we'd rather forget, don't we? Times that haunt us, shape us, and leave us questioning our worth. Maybe it was a failure that crushed your spirit, a relationship that fell apart, or a mistake that changed everything. It's all too easy to want to bury those experiences deep down, to push them away and never look back. But here's the truth: revisiting those struggles can be one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. First, let's acknowledge that pain is a part of life. It's inevitable. We all face challenges that test our resilience. But what defines us isn't just the struggles we encounter, it's how we respond to them. When we choose to confront our past, we're not just reliving the hurt, we're taking the first steps toward healing. We're saying, I'm ready to face this. I won't let it control me any longer. When you revisit those past struggles, it's essential to approach them with compassion. This isn't about punishing yourself or dwelling on the negativity. It's about understanding the context of those experiences. What were you going through at the time? What choices led you to that moment? Sometimes the weight of our struggles can feel overwhelming because we forget to view them through the lens of growth. Think about it. Every struggle you faced has taught you something valuable. Maybe you learned resilience when you thought you had nothing left. Perhaps you discovered the importance of self-love after enduring heartache. Every setback has shaped you into the person you are today. When you look back, don't just focus on the pain, focus on the lessons learned and the strength gained. That's where the real power lies. But revisiting past struggles isn't just about personal growth, it's also about letting go. When you confront those memories, you give yourself the opportunity to process them. You can acknowledge the hurt, recognize its impact on your life, and then decide to release it. Holding on to pain only keeps you tethered to that past version of yourself. It limits your potential and keeps you from moving forward. By facing your struggles, you free yourself from their grip. Let's also talk about the role of vulnerability in this process. It's okay to feel emotions, anger, sadness, disappointment. Embrace those feelings instead of pushing them away. Cry if you need to, vent to a friend, or write it all down in a journal. Allow yourself to experience the full range of emotions that come with revisiting those moments. It's in that vulnerability that you'll find healing. Remember, there's strength in admitting when you've been hurt. And while you're on this journey of revisiting your past, don't hesitate to seek support. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. Share your story and allow others to share theirs. You might find that you're not alone in your struggles. There's a sense of comfort in knowing that others have faced similar battles and have come out stronger on the other side. As you revisit those past struggles, take a moment to celebrate how far you've come. Acknowledge your growth and resilience. Look at the obstacles you've overcome and the strength you've built. This journey is about transformation, and you are a testament to that. Each challenge you face has contributed to the incredible person you are today. Now, as you continue to confront your past, remember that healing is a process. There might be days when it feels overwhelming, and that's okay. Allow yourself grace. Give yourself permission to take things one step at a time. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey that unfolds at your own pace. In the end, revisiting past struggles is about reclaiming your narrative. It's about turning pain into purpose and allowing your experiences to fuel your growth. You have the power to rewrite your story, to transform those struggles into stepping stones that lead you toward a brighter future. So take that step, embrace the journey of revisiting your past, and trust that it will lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. You are stronger than you know, and your past does not define you. It has prepared you for this moment, and now it's time to rise up, learn from those experiences, and keep moving forward. Your future is waiting, and it's filled with limitless possibilities. Unexpected blessings, they have a way of catching us off guard, don't they? Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and in the midst of our struggles, we often forget to look for the silver linings. We get so caught up in the chaos, the disappointments, and the hurdles that we sometimes miss the beautiful surprises that life has to offer. But when you pause for a moment and reflect, you'll find that those unexpected blessings can transform your perspective and elevate your spirit. Think about it. We all have those moments when everything seems to be going wrong. Maybe it's a job loss, a breakup, or a health scare. In the thick of it, it's easy to feel defeated, as if the world is crashing down around you. But just when you least expect it, something beautiful enters your life. A friend reaches out, an opportunity presents itself, or a small act of kindness restores your faith in humanity. These blessings remind us that even in our darkest times, there's always a flicker of light waiting to shine through. It's crucial to recognize that these unexpected blessings often come disguised as challenges. You see, life has a funny way of leading us to exactly where we need to be, even if it's not where we thought we were headed. Sometimes a setback is simply a setup for a greater comeback. You might lose a job only to discover a new passion that changes your entire career trajectory. That relationship that ended might open the door to a deeper understanding of yourself and what you truly want in life. Reframing your perspective is essential here. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, try to see them as opportunities for growth and exploration. Every twist and turn has the potential to lead you to something beautiful. Embrace the uncertainty. It's in those moments of vulnerability that unexpected blessings often emerge. And let's not forget the power of gratitude. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you start to see the world through a different lens. You begin to appreciate the small things: a warm cup of coffee, a stranger's smile, a sunset that takes your breath away. By focusing on the positive, you create space for more blessings to enter your life. It's a mindset shift that can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Now, sometimes unexpected blessings come in the form of people. Have you ever had someone step into your life just when you needed them the most? Maybe it's a mentor who offers guidance, a friend who lends a listening ear, or even a stranger who performs an act of kindness. These connections remind us that we're never truly alone in our struggles. There's a whole world of people out there ready to uplift you, even when you least expect it. Moreover, don't underestimate the power of serendipity. Sometimes the universe has a way of aligning circumstances that lead you exactly where you need to go. You might be walking down a street and bump into an old friend who brings incredible opportunities your way. Or you might stumble upon a book that changes your perspective and sets you on a new path. Embrace these moments of chance. They are often the blessings that lead to significant transformations. And let's talk about the blessings that come from within. In the midst of chaos, you might discover a strength you didn't know you had. You learn to rely on your own resilience, to trust your instincts, and to embrace the uncertainty of life. These moments of self-discovery can be some of the most profound blessings you'll ever experience. They remind you of your capabilities and the potential that lies within you. But remember, acknowledging unexpected blessings requires presence. You've got to be mindful and open to the beauty around you. Practice mindfulness. Take a moment each day to pause, breathe, and reflect on what's happening in your life. What are you grateful for today? What unexpected blessings have crossed your path? When you consciously seek these moments, you'll find that they are everywhere, waiting to be recognized. As you navigate life, keep your heart and mind open to the unexpected. Don't be afraid to take risks, to venture into the unknown. Some of the greatest blessings come when we step outside of our comfort zones. Embrace new experiences, meet new people, and challenge yourself to see the world from different perspectives. In the end, unexpected blessings are reminders of the beauty of life, the magic that can unfold when you least expect it. They teach us to be resilient, to embrace change, and to find joy in the journey. So as you continue your path, remember to look for those blessings, no matter how small they may seem. They have the power to transform your life, to uplift your spirit, and to remind you that even in the toughest times, there's always a glimmer of hope waiting to shine through. Embrace the unexpected and watch as your life unfolds in extraordinary ways. Feeling unqualified. Oh man, that's a tough place to be, isn't it? We've all been there at some point in our lives. You stand on the edge of a new opportunity and the voice inside your head starts whispering doubts. Who am I to take this on? What makes me think I can do this? That feeling of inadequacy can be paralyzing, keeping you from reaching for the stars. But here's the truth, those feelings don't define you. They're just part of the journey. Let's get real for a second. Life is full of challenges that push us out of our comfort zones. Whether it's starting a new job, stepping into a leadership role, or pursuing a dream you've had for years, the fear of not being good enough can creep in like a thief in the night. You might look around and see others who seem more prepared, more talented, or just plain more qualified. But let me tell you something, everyone feels that way at some point. No one has it all figured out. When you feel unqualified, it's essential to remember that qualifications come in many forms. Sure, there are skills and experiences that might be necessary for a role, but there's also something powerful about passion, determination, and the willingness to learn. Just because you don't have all the credentials or the experience doesn't mean you lack the ability to succeed. You have something unique to offer: your perspective, your drive, your resilience. Think about the greats, those trailblazers who made their mark despite feeling unqualified. They didn't wait until they were ready or had it all figured out. They took the leap, embraced their fears, and learned along the way. Each failure, each setback was just another stepping stone on their journey. They understood that feeling unqualified is part of the growth process. So how do you navigate through that feeling of inadequacy? First, acknowledge it. Don't suppress those feelings. Instead, face them head on. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? What's driving this sense of unqualification? When you put a name to your fears, you can start to dismantle them. It's about recognizing that those thoughts are just that, thoughts. They don't have to hold you back. Next, focus on your strengths. What do you bring to the table? What skills do you have that can help you succeed? Reflect on your past achievements, no matter how small. Each one is a testament to your capability. You've faced challenges before and come out stronger. Remind yourself of those moments. Build on them. They are proof that you can overcome obstacles, even when you feel unqualified. And let's not forget the power of seeking support. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who see your potential even when you don't. Their encouragement can be the light that pierces through your self-doubt. Share your feelings with those you trust. You'll be surprised to find that many of them have faced similar battles. They can offer perspective, advice, and inspiration to help you push through those moments of insecurity. Moreover, take action despite your feelings of unqualification. Start small if you have to. Break down your goals into manageable steps. The key is to keep moving forward, even when the path feels uncertain. Each small step you take builds your confidence and proves to yourself that you are capable. Remember, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to seek guidance and mentorship. You don't have to have all the answers right away. Embrace the learning process. Every expert was once a beginner, and asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. As you work through these feelings, embrace the mindset of growth. Understand that learning is a journey, not a destination. Each experience, whether it leads to success or failure, is an opportunity to grow. Embrace mistakes as valuable lessons. They are the building blocks of your journey toward becoming the person you want to be. Finally, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. When those feelings of inadequacy creep in, replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that it's okay to not have it all figured out. Give yourself permission to be human. You're not defined by your fears or your perceived limitations. You are defined by your courage to face them. In the end, feeling unqualified is just a stepping stone on your path. It's a reminder that you're reaching for something greater, something that challenges you to grow. So don't let that feeling hold you back. Embrace it, acknowledge it, and then rise above it. You are more than qualified for the journey ahead of you. You have the heart, the drive, and the resilience to turn your dreams into reality. Trust yourself, keep pushing forward, and watch as you transform those feelings of unqualification into stepping stones for success. Your journey is just beginning, and you have what it takes to thrive. A call to serve others, man, that's a profound challenge, isn't it? It's easy to get caught up in our own lives, focusing on our own needs, our own ambitions, and our own struggles. We hustle, we grind, we work to build our dreams, and somewhere along the way, we forget about the power of service. But let me tell you, serving others is not just a duty, it's a privilege that enriches our lives in ways we can't even begin to imagine. I think about the impact we can have when we choose to serve. Every act of kindness, every moment we dedicate to uplifting someone else creates a ripple effect. It's like dropping a stone in a pond. The ripples spread far beyond what we can see. When you serve others, you're not just helping them, you're inspiring change, encouraging hope, and fostering community. Each act of service becomes a thread that weaves a stronger, more resilient fabric of humanity. And let's be real for a second. We all have our struggles, our burdens, our moments of doubt. It can be tempting to withdraw and focus solely on ourselves. But in those moments, consider this: serving others can often be the remedy we need for our own pain. When you shift your focus away from your troubles and pour your energy into helping someone else, something incredible happens. You begin to heal. You realize that your problems, while significant, don't define you. Instead, your capacity to impact the lives of others is where true fulfillment lies. Every day, we have the opportunity to make a difference, no matter how small. It could be as simple as lending a listening ear to a friend in need or volunteering your time at a local shelter. Maybe it's mentoring a young person who is trying to navigate their own path. The beauty of service is that it doesn't require a grand gesture, it just requires a willing heart. It's about showing up and being present for those who need support. Now, let's not overlook the fact that serving others challenges us to step outside of our comfort zones. It forces us to confront our biases, our assumptions, and sometimes even our fears. When we engage with people from different walks of life, we begin to understand the depth of their experiences. We start to see the world through their eyes, and that's where true empathy is born. It expands our horizons and helps us grow as individuals. And here's a little secret: the more you serve, the more you discover about yourself. You'll uncover strengths you didn't know you had. You'll find passions that ignite a fire in your soul. You'll learn that there's a profound sense of purpose that comes from serving something greater than yourself. It's in those moments of giving that you truly come alive. I think about the people who have made a lasting impact on your life. Chances are they didn't just focus on their own success, they invested in you. They poured their time, energy, and love into helping you grow. That's the essence of service. It's about lifting others up so that they can reach their full potential. When we serve, we create a legacy of love and support that reverberates through generations. So I challenge you to embrace this call to serve. Look for opportunities in your daily life where you can make a difference. Whether it's through your career, your community, or your relationships, choose to be a beacon of hope for others. Recognize that your time, your skills, and your heart can change lives. And remember, service isn't always easy. It requires sacrifice, commitment, and a willingness to face discomfort. But that's where the magic happens. In those moments of sacrifice, you'll find purpose. You'll discover joy in the act of giving and fulfillment in the impact you make. As we move forward in this journey called life, let's make a conscious effort to lift each other up. Let's create a world where kindness reigns, where we recognize the value of every individual, and where service becomes a way of life. Because at the end of the day, it's not our achievements that define us, it's the lives we touch and the love we give that truly matter. So I implore you, answer this call to serve others. Step into the role of a servant leader. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and cherish the connections you make along the way. In doing so, you'll not only change the lives of those around you, but you'll also change your own. Let's rise together, support each other, and create a legacy of service that echoes through time. Because in serving others, we find our purpose, we discover our strength, and ultimately we unlock the true power of humanity. The world needs your light. Let it shine bright through your service. Together, let's make this world a better place, one act of kindness at a time.